Everybody ready? Let's warm up. Hands at our waist, turn our neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stretch your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Expand your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Waist exercise. Interlock your fingers. Look at the heel of your opposite foot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Airplane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Waist exercise, touch toe. 1, 2, touch your clothes as you come up as well as down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Be careful. Shift your weight. Kick your foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shift weight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kick your butt. 1, 2, 3. Shift your weight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heisman, opening up our span, parallel feet, choose one side, cross and hold. Weight on the side that has the hand up high. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shift your weight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, practicing our golden cockerel, making sure that we're in good Tai Chi posture. What is good Tai Chi posture? You show me. All the elements. Dropping your shoulders, tucking our butt, relaxed knees, sunken chest, chin dip downwards, but glance way ahead. Our head is erect, held up by a silver thread or cable that's drilled through our skull, through the center of our body. Tongue on our palate. Okay? So when we shift our weight and be a golden cockerel on the left, we are using safety measures by counterbalancing, centering, and focusing. Opening up our span, center the front hand, counterbalance the other hand, golden cockerel on its right. Shift weight up, golden cockerel on its left, down, shift weight, and up. Shift weight, center, and up. Down, and center, and up. Okay, making sure that that other hand, left hand, is holding the top of the ball, sitting to the side of our thigh, and shifting our weight, front hand, center, or middle of our body. We also learned that when we kick out, we shift our weight, the right foot comes up, the right hand is on the outside of the cross, and we kick out in line with the front hand and counterbalance with the other hand. Coming down, left foot, left hand, up and out and down. Shifting our weight to the left, right foot, right hand, up, in line, kick out. Shifting our weight up and out. Shifting our weight up and out. One more. Shift weight, center, up and out. Okay? We also learned that Tai Chi being a discipline, we need specific feet movements in conjunction and coordination with our body as well as our hands. So we learned a few steps that are going to be the foundations for all of our Yang style Tai Chi. We said that we start with a T stance, and a T stance on the right foot is the cap of the letter T, and the left foot, which is weightless or insubstantial, is the stem of the capital letter T. We know that the energy is stored on our back or right foot to allow our left foot to be almost weightless so that it can move. But we know that we have to move in a specific way. We know that we need to come out and to the side in one motion. To come out and to the side, we need to put it on our heel. Now, when we do that, we have to remember that the energy is stored in our back foot. So slowly some of that energy is coming out and coming around, but it fully comes evenly distributed once our hips and waist turn to meet and address that outward foot. Now we're about 50-50 evenly distributed because we have activated our chi or internal energy. At this position, we know that our left foot, the knee cannot be beyond our toes. It needs to be in line. We know that our back leg or right knee should be outstretched rather than a buckle. Once we do have a buckle, our Tai Chi posture changes. we are no longer addressing our silk, silver thread, or cable. So we need to bring that up. But don't bring it up so tight that it's locked in. It's straight, but it's semi-relaxed. We then call this a bow stance. We sit back, and all our weight now is on our back or right foot, and we have it even more flexed because it's storing our energy, allowing our front or left foot to pivot on its heel all the way parallel to the line or on the line, weight it down because now the energy has shifted to the left foot, and our right foot now becomes the stem of the capital letter T. We need to do the same thing. We need to come out and to the side in one motion on an L stance, move our hips and waist and torso and head to stretch out into an L stance, a bow stance. Checking to see if our knee is in line with our toes, checking to see our back knee is straight out but not tight in. And then asking ourselves, are we still adhering to our cable rather than pitching our body forward? If we are, we can sit back, we can twist, shift our weight, root down on the right, T, out into the side, L, advance the hips and waist and address it to that outward foot, checking our parameters of our knees and toes and our knee in the back, sitting back all the way, twisting on our heel, shifting our weight, planting our foot down with all its energy and a T without too much weight on our right, out into the side L, move the hips and waist and torso, bow stance, sit back, twist step, T stance. Then we learned how to hold our Tai Chi ball. We said that in holding our Tai Chi ball, we have certain rules. The top hand is about chest level, whereas the bottom hand is about 2 inches below your navel in the area of your dantian, okay, an imaginary spot that's important. We also said that when we hold our ball, we are wearing a pair of mittens. Actually, whenever we do Tai Chi, we're wearing our mittens, meaning that our forefingers are together and our thumb is aside from it. Not meaning that it's stiff here, just to show me that it's clearly a mitten. But we're relaxed because this is Tai Chi, but all it means is that the mitten has the thumb separate, whereas in a glove, everything is apart, okay? So this is our Tai Chi ball. You can start to warm up as I'm talking, okay? We also know that when we hold our Tai Chi ball, the bottom hand advances. So what does that mean? If we're holding our Tai Chi ball, the bottom hand advances as if it were parting the wild horse's mane, or as if we were presenting a snack to the person in front of us. So if the snack is in our palm, we want to be able to present that snack by opening it up. So there's a little wrist action where you actually turn your wrist so that person can see what you have. Okay, can I get everybody to practice with me? Right hand on the bottom, out and to the side, part the wild horse's mane. Here it is. Okay, hold your ball. This time, right hand on the top. Spin it. Bottom hand advances. Left hand presents the snack. Here it is. Left hand on the top of the ball. Bottom hand advances. Out and to the side. Part the wild horse's mane. Now look and see where my hand is, the presenting hand. The presenting hand is in the middle of my body, not to the side, because my friend is standing right in front of me. Okay? So make sure that when you present your snack, it's towards the middle. That is a safety measure because you are trying to keep safe by being centered. Now, the other hand that doesn't reach out or move out sits to the side of your thigh, as if it were holding yet another ball on the top. You're holding the ball from the top. So it's against your body, rather than any place else. This will not give me balance. I need to bring it in and counterbalance my advancing hand. Okay, one more time, really good. Right hand on the top, out and to the side. Part the wild horse's mane, wearing your mittens. Left hand on the top, right hand on the bottom. Bottom hand advances as if it were presenting a snack to my friend in front. Here it is. Good job. Hold your ball. Spin your ball. Spin your ball. Spin your ball. So when you're watching TV or you have nothing to do this. It's very relaxing. And it also helps you with getting better at Tai Chi. So, when I just taught you this, it's a stationary, no moving of our feet. So, when we generated energy, it seems as if it was only coming from our limbs, which it probably was. But we know that in Tai Chi, we're using our whole body. We're thinking through the process mentally, and we're making our body work for us. So here again, I'm not stationary anymore. I'm using my feet, I'm using my waist, I'm using my torso, I'm using my hips, I'm using my core muscles. When I engage my core muscles, I not only am better centered, but I'm gaining better balance, strength, and muscle. So when we break things down, and I want you to understand that the bottom hand advances and how we hold our ball and certain rules and parameters, we're stationary. So more than likely, your generating of your chi or energy is only through our limbs. But once we start to move, our whole body needs to be engaged, okay? So that's what we're gonna do now, all right? We're on a T stance, left hand on the bottom, right hand on the top, chest and 2 inches below your navel. We're gonna come out on an L stance, we're wearing our mittens. We're also rooted down. We can never be straight-legged, because that's not gonna help us with balance. That's not storing our energy and making our left foot weightless. We're taking one motion out into the side on an L stance. Bottom hand advances. Here it is. Sit back, twist step. Right hand on the bottom, left hand on the top. Shift your weight, hold your ball. Don't rush. Think through what you're gonna do. In one motion, you're gonna come out on an L, bottom hand advances, and you're gonna part the wild horse's mane as if it were giving a snack. Here it is. Sit back. Twist step. Shift your weight and plant down. Hold your ball in the T stance. One motion, out and to the side, bottom hand advances. Here is your snack. Present it and look at that person. Sit back all the way. Twist step. Hold your ball for better balance on a T stance. Think through what you're going to do. Bottom hand advances as you come out into the side. L stance. Bow stance. Stretch out that back knee. Sit back. Twist step. Hold your ball in a T stance. Okay? Your turn to watch and to see whether what you did looks like what I did or I'm going to do. Okay? So this is my T stance. Out and to the side. Part the wild horse's mane. Here it is. Sit back. Twist step. Hold your ball in a T stance. Out and to the side. Part the wild horse's mane. Sit back. Twist step. Hold your ball in a T stance. Out and to the side. Bow stance. Sit back, twist step, hold your ball in a T, out and to the side. Here it is, okay? Second chance for you to brush up what you need to do, okay? Here we go. On a T stance, holding your ball. Try to get it perfect. Weight down on your right. Out and to the side, bottom hand advances. Part the wild horse's mane. Here it is. Sit back all the way. Twist step. Hold your ball in a T. Out and to the side. Part the wild horse's mane. Here it is. Sit back. Twist step. Root down. Hold your ball. L stance. Bottom hand advances. Bow stance. Sit back. Twist step. Root down. Hold your ball in a T. Out and to the side. Part the wild horse's mane. Sit back. Twist step. Hold your ball in a T stance. Okay. So just as a glance, I think you're progressing, which is very good. I think that you're maybe at 60% and we need to boost it up to 70 and 80%. And here's something that you can work on. We know that we want to part the wild horse's mane and we want to present that snack. So this is your main purpose, or this is what you think is your main purpose, is to get that hand out there. But many of you are forgetting the other hand. The other hand is just drooping down, not doing anything for you. So you're going to have to really, I call it cock your hand, or cock your wrist or arm, so that you can hold this ball. So later when you're in motion, this counterbalance hand helps you, rather than, if you drop it here, more than likely your body's going to go forward. But if once you cock this hand here, it's holding you erect. It's a counterbalance hand for safety. Okay? So why are we talking about safety so much? We want to be disciplined enough so that when we work at our Tai Chi, there would be a crossover, so that when we're doing our regular activities throughout the day, if we should get into a risky situation, our body will be tuned in to help us with better balance, okay? I would say many of you are online.
Just when you think you got it, I'm going to add a little bit more. It's more for understanding. Right now, you're learning to follow Lucille as best you can, just to know where the arms and the legs and the feet are going. But what we're trying to do is, in Tai Chi, is to make use of our core muscles, which are muscles around the waist, around the torso, in the shoulders. So, and we talk about centering. What we're trying to do is, the source of our power is, first, you have this thing called the dantian, which is just it helps you with your center of balance. But the other portion of centering is bringing your energy back to here, but also back to the central parts of your body. And even in my journey, I used to tell students, you know, when you do this, it's like an isometric exercise, because you're moving two sides at the same time. But I was like, you know, there's a story about the 6 blind men trying to figure out what an elephant is like. And they each touch the elephant, and that's their concept of the elephant. But the elephant is more than just one facet. In this case, when we do this, what's happening is, on one hand, if I am doing a part the horse's mane, I am stepping out, but all my energy is here. Then as I turn, my energy comes from here and it's going out. And it's sort of, you can get the feeling as you go on in Tai Chi. It starts from here, the hand comes out, the elbow is moving, and the last thing is the hand. And when I come back, hand, elbow, shoulder, and I'm back. But at the same time, when you're doing this, This is coming down. This is coming down. And guess where the power is coming from to come down? It's coming from here down. So you're basically doing two things, one on each side of your body, but they emanate from the back core muscles. So this is not a dummy hand that just sort of drops by the side. It is helping you to center your power. You come out from the center, but we all know if we push with both hands, you end up with against something. There is tension here, and that's the basis. You sort of setting up the foundation from which, whether you're going this way or this way, it's here. It just happens if you were fighting someone, you may not need this, but you sure may need this. And you better have, if you're only going with one power, it's just one arm, you're a little less, and you may not have to necessarily come out here just because you're going to block the person, but you have to figure out, I'm trying to get a power base as solid as I can. Okay, so, and another application is when we're doing a golden cockroach, we think about, well, you're going to come down here and stabilize. But what's happening is I'm coming down, I'm getting, again, strength coming down this way, just as I end up getting here, see? So when we first learn, we're thinking about hands here, but as you go on, it's hands here, but where does the power emanate? From the back and to...
It's a lot to learn, a lot to understand and absorb, but be reassured that you'll hear it often. And what you can pick up right away, good, but don't worry about not picking it up because you'll hear it again and we won't let you leave without knowing some of this, okay? All right, so we're gonna let parting of the wild horse's mane go for now, and we're gonna learn how to repulse the monkey. So many of our Tai Chi movements are fashioned after animals and how they move. Not all, but most of them are, okay? So when we repulse anything, we're gonna push that person or that animal away. So there's a force going forward to push, and yet to stabilize, like what Ken was saying, is gonna come back, okay? So we often refer to as yin and yang, out, in, and the opposites occur, okay? So in this case, yes, surely the repulsing of the monkey requires two hands doing two different things at the same time, generated by our core muscles, okay? And like we said, if we're learning something in a stationary position, more than likely that generating of the core muscles occurs, but not as well as if we were in motion, okay? So when we repulse the monkey, which is the second movement in Yang style Tai Chi, this is how it appears. Okay, I'm actually going to start commencing form, and I'll show you what we're going to cover, and we'll go over the commencing form also. So when we repulse the monkey, we center one hand to the middle of our body, while the other hand rises higher at a higher level. We open once we get to that spot to the ceiling. We follow this hand as it goes to our ear or near our ear. We turn our neck and our face as we meet both hands in the center, catching two balls, if you can imagine, and pushing that monkey away and getting better balance by sliding our backhand. What we do on one side, we must do on the other side. The left hand now rises higher, both hands open. Bring that back hand to my ear, turning my face, meeting in the middle, catching two different balls, pushing our monkey away. Okay? Now, we talked about this catching two balls. So one ball is coming straight at me, like a pitcher and I'm a catcher, right here. The other ball is coming from the ceiling. So they're going to drop into our hands. We need a cup position, and we need to be ready. And this is what it's meant when I say meet in the middle. You don't need to This is what I mean when I say meet in the middle, but it's not just definitely a stopping point, but it's definitely a point in which both hands meet before they slide, okay? So I'm gonna turn around and give you a view this way, and you kind of think about what we did and put it together. Let's start with commencing form. Good Tai Chi posture, dropping our shoulders, tucking our butt, relaxing our knees, sinking our chest, dipping our chin downwards, but looking way out into infinity. Our head is erect, held by our silk silver thread. Commencing form. Slowly drain the weight off of our left foot as our heel comes up. We're on our sole. We're on our toe. Balancing, open, toe, sole, arch, heel. Hands rotate to the middle of the thighs. As we take a deep breath in, we elevate by wearing our mittens. Using our core muscles at shoulder level, we reverse the process, dropping our shoulders, dropping our elbows and wrists as we flex our knees. Repulsing of the monkey. Left hand centers our body, our right hand comes up higher. We open both hands to the ceiling as we look at the back hand. We bring the back hand to our ear. We make the turn of our neck and our hands. We meet in the middle as if we're catching two balls. We slide forward, we slide back in an equidistance. We center the front hand if it's not centered already. The left hand is up higher. We open to the ceiling. Bring the back hand to our ear as we watch it. Turn our face. Meet both hands in the middle to catch those two balls. Slide forward, slide back. This is a drill. Center. Higher hand, open both to the ceiling. Bringing it to your ear. Turning your face. Catching those two balls in the center, sliding. Center, higher, open, ear, turn, meet, slide. Middle, higher, open, ear, turn, meet, slide. Center, open, higher, ear, turn, middle, slide. Center, higher, open, ear, turn, meet, slide. Center, higher, open, ear, turn, middle, slide. Okay? Now, looks good. Okay? And I want you to not forget this, so you're going to go home and remember it and practice it, watch the video. Also now, I don't know if you noticed, but when we come down after the ending part of commencing form, we now know that our energy has been generated. Therefore, our knees are now flexed. In the beginning, they were relaxed, but they weren't stiff and locked in, but they were relaxed. But they were not flexed because we did not generate any energy. But if we're in good Tai Chi posture now, my knees are relaxed. But once we start to move and we get to the ending portion of commencing form, which is here, to come down and exhale, the energy has to be stored heavily on our two feet, equally weighted. So we're going to have to come down. Now, if you then are in your process of doing Tai Chi, my level in which I chose to come down remains the same as I do repulsing of the monkey. So why is this important? It's important because it's part of Tai Chi, but not only that, you're building the muscle strength, the endurance that you need for all your movements, as well as gain better balance, okay? So, I'm not asking you at this point to come down low. But I am asking you to realize that when you come down by dropping your shoulders, elbows, and wrists, the natural whole body movement is to come down. You don't need to come down way down, but gradually come down. Over the course of time, you will gain better strength and come down a little further. Okay? All right. So let's dig down a little deeper, okay? So when we look at our hand that is the higher, I always say the extension of the hand is not directly across my body, but slightly more, a little bit more. But I want you to look at my hips, okay? Remember, hips are in good alignment, and we need that for saving our joints and things. A little bit more, and I'm looking at it. The hips never change. If I should, and I'm getting to Tommy's question, okay? If I were turning like this is a misalignment because I'm turning my hips to look at my hand is too far extended. So we don't want to get into that. So she said, not directly aside from my body, but a little bit more. So just a little bit more and up higher. Now, when we address that hand to look at it, a little bit more and open. We are not turning my head so that I clearly see the palms. It is on a glance. If I should not do that, I'm going to take my hips and waist out of alignment. So I'm looking at it at a glance, not fully this way, because this is going to want to turn. Now the hand remains the same. Once it takes its position here, it never moves because you're going to move your hand with your core. And if you do, all it's going to do this. It's not moving the fingers, it's not moving the wrists, it's being generated by my core. And I'm looking at my hand. The only time I start to turn my hand and my wrist is when I need to get to the middle. Okay, we can practice that. All right. Coming down. Center the left hand. Right hand back, little and higher, open. Seeing it at a glance, bringing it to your ear. Open. Bringing it to your ear. Open. I never see my back of my hand. I only see what's out there without turning, which is my inside or palm of my hand. Bringing it to your ear, turning your face, meeting two balls to catch, and sliding back and forth. A little bit more than half, open to the ceiling. Bringing it to your ear, open. Bringing it to your ear, open. Go through this time, bringing it to your ear as you turn your face, meet in the middle, slide. Okay, does that answer your question? Okay, so we're learning the basic. Sometimes this form is called the 8 form, so they don't count the commencing and the closing or something like that. But it's the same. If it's yang 10 or yang 8, it's more than likely what we are learning. Okay, in a loose way, everybody has their own interpretation and little tweaking of the main style, yang style. Now, the reason why we are very fussy about where the middle hand is and where this hand is and everything that I'm speaking about is because in the 24, yang 24 form, I'm playing my lute, and the next movement is repulsing of the monkey. And when we repulse the monkey, it's a backwards motion. And if it's a backwards motion, I'm going to have to use safety measures to move. And here again, one of the safety measures is centering, the other one higher, because why? I'm going to have to come up and down, move my hand, meet in the middle, and slide. And at the same time, my feet are enhancing my hands and vice versa, okay? So we're all together on this. It's not just one repulsing of the monkey that cannot be applied to the other forms of yang tai chi, okay? So if we start incorrectly, we get into good habits, they are applicable. We won't have to redo. However, Tai Chi being a journey, you can always tweak it and get better, but knowing the basics of why you have to position this, okay? Now, just to clarify this a little bit more, if I'm playing my lute and I am doing a backwards motion and I had this hand out this way, there's more apt for me to wobble because this center hand is not helping me by pushing me out to this side. I don't know where my center is. So you need to make sure that it's out centered. And if I were to do this, I would have more problems. So it's not quite to the side, but a little bit more, okay? So as you can see, Tai Chi is very complex. And it's complex, but we won't worry too much about the deep down underlying movements right now because we're just skimming the surface, but doing it in the best way we know how. Exposing or familiarizing our body to movements and muscles and formation that probably it never had done before. And at the same time, tweaking and motivating our mind to do something differently, okay? But all the time. Let's do Yang Ten style all the way through. So seeing what's ahead of us, how we can perfect and see how the movements that we learned, which are now commencing form, repulsing of the monkey, parting the wild horse's mane, kick golden cockerel on its left and right, kick out with our left and right. Those are 5 movements right there. And we still have to address 5 more, and this is only lesson number 2. Okay? But it's not that we're going to forget about the 5 that we learned, but we're going to always tweak it a little bit more. All right, here we go. Good Tai Chi posture. Dropping our shoulders, tucking our butt, relaxing our knees, sunken chest, chin down, glance way ahead of us, silk silver thread holding us erect. Commencing for, middle fingers to the side seam of our pants. Okay, touching. Commencing form. Slowly drain the weight off of our left foot. Heel comes up. Arch, sole, toe, balance, open, toe, sole, arch, heel, 50-50. Hands rotate, touching your clothing. Coming up, take a deep breath in as you wear your mittens. Shoulder level, drop your shoulders, wrists and elbows. Flex your knees slightly. Left hand rises to the center. Right hand higher, more than halfway, open to the ceiling. Looking at your backhand, bringing it to your ear without turning anything. Now turn face, turn your hand, catch those 2 balls, pull forward, push forward. Back. Repulsing of the monkey. Center, higher, open. Bring it to your ear as you follow your hand to meet in the middle. Slide forward, pull back. T stance. Don't worry if you don't get it. Just follow as best you can. Ear, heel, hand, face, multitask to brush your knee. Sit back, twist step, T stance, left hand higher, ear, heel, hand, L stance, O stance. Sit back, twist step, hold your ball in a T stance. We're going to part the wild horse's mane. Out and to the side, L stance. Here it is, bow stance. Sit back, twist step, hold your ball on a T stance. Out and to the side, part the wild horse's mane. We're going to flip that hand and join it. Sit back, twist step, cup, open step, flip knee, close. This is called cloud hands. It's a sideways motion. Flip knee, open. Middle or cup. Only flip meat. Middle or cup. Flip meat, close. Middle or cup. Flip meat, open. Middle or cup. Only flip meat. Shift your weight to the left and become a golden cockerel. Open your span, shift your weight, up, golden cockerel on its right. Open your span, shift your weight, right hand, right foot up, kicking out. Down, left foot, left hand, up, and out. Holding our ball and going the other way, right hand on the bottom, out and to the side, we're going to ward off. Push our opponent because most or all movements are martial arts based. We're going to grasp the bird's tail. And we're going to push our opponent away again. And we're going to roll back. And we're going to push him yet another time. What you do on one side, you do on the other side. Sit back, twist step, left hand on the bottom, right hand on the top to hold our ball to center. Guess what we're going to do? L stance. But we're going to be fancy and ward off our opponent by pushing him away by using our forearm. But yet we're going to be grasping the bird's tail. And we're going to align our hips and waist and then contact at our wrist to push him away again. Rolling back and giving him another push. Sit back. Twist step, open step, in step, off the ground to embrace the tiger as we cross our hands, rotate on our wrists so both palms are facing, push out. As we close our form just the way we started it by wrapping around, heel comes up, foot comes up, as we now close our form in the opposite fashion. Okay? So that in itself is a 10 form which we will learn in a few weeks and then come back a good part of the time to try to refine movements. And that's what Tai Chi is all about. You skim the surface, you get the bigger movements, you understand what's going on, you get used to your body, where the shortcomings are, see how you can shore it up so that it'll be a little bit firmer in your balance, in your mind. Try to understand, think through the process. So you often hear that Tai Chi is meditation in motion. Yes, it sure looks like meditation in motion, but if you're actually learning something new, it's not really meditating at that point. However, if you were just practicing commencing form, I am almost certain if you concentrate and you do this 100 times, you will be meditating and getting relaxation. Okay? And you can try that. Just remember, we're doing Yang style Tai Chi. If somebody asks, if you announce to your friends that you're doing Tai Chi, and someone knows Tai Chi and says, "Oh, what kind of Tai Chi?" Don't tell them you don't know. It's Yang style, the most popular in the world. Rounded, non-stop, continuous, rather than something more abrupt and forceful. Okay? All right. Good job. you.